Today's sponsor is Audible.com. They're a leading provider of spoken audio information and entertainment. Listen to their audiobooks whenever and wherever you want. You know, I do a lot of driving. I'm always listening to an audiobook, and I love it. I couldn't live without Audible. If interested, go to audiblepodcast.com/Lutz. audiblepodcast.com/Lutz. You are listening to the FinancialSurvivalNetwork.com. I'm Kerry Lutz on 1590 WPSL, and it's time for another Triple Lutz Report. This is episode 256. The date is April 22nd, 2013. Today's sponsor is Audible. If you like audiobooks the way I do, sign up now. Great offer. Go to audiblepodcast.com/Lutz, audiblepodcast.com/Lutz. Sign up for the free offer today. Well, you made it through another week, even after the mother of all precious metals raids. Gold finished around 1408, silver a little over $23 the ounce. What is going on in the world? Every bit of the real news that you've been getting, from Cyprus to China to Europe to the U.S., should be bullish for gold and silver. Record money printing, loss of faith in banks, declining economic output the world over. How can this be? Well, there's two plausible explanations. We have the Doug Casey camp, which believes that technical factors were largely responsible and that there's no conspiracy to suppress precious metals prices because basically governments are just too stupid to do such a thing, and they're too incompetent. Then we have the Andy Hoffman camp, the Gada camp, which believes that the Fed and the global cartel have rigged virtually every market in the world, including gold. Markets are no longer performing their basic function, which is to relay pricing information to market participants so that they can plan their financial affairs accordingly. In other words, price discovery. Whether or not the markets are rigged, it is quite clear that they long ago stopped performing their price discovery function. Perhaps central bank manipulation of interest rates and the cost of money have had a corrosive effect upon every market. After all, if the big elite institutions can borrow money from the Fed for nothing and then turn it over to their algorithm buddies in their data mining trading centers, thereby realizing infinite leverage, can any market be safe? Can any market really function the way it was intended? I don't think so. The important point to recognize in comprehending recent world economic events is that things are seldom what they appear to be. The resurgent real estate market is a perfect case in point. The Fed's wholesale purchase of trillions in worthless mortgage-backed securities has gotten the banks out of an extremely tough position. The Fed and the legal system's deliberately induced foreclosure delays have artificially restricted the supply of housing by keeping the shadow inventories in a warm, dark place where nobody can see them. Combine that with artificially low mortgage rates, as well as government backing for 90% of all issued mortgages, and of course you're going to have price increases and a reflation of sorts in a number of real estate markets across the nation. Take away just one element of the government support system, and the real estate market will collapse like a cheap lawn chair. Take away the free Fed money from the banking sector, and you'll see too big to fail financial institutions failing all over the globe. In addition, you'll see a loss of liquidity in the paper precious metals markets that will bring them to a screeching halt. The main issue is that in an economy where the government sets the rules, determines the cost of money, determines the supply of assets in key markets, and manipulates demand, is it hard to believe that they orchestrated the precious metals takedown last week? We are of the opinion that these games can only continue on for so long and must eventually be stopped to avoid the inevitable collapse. In the end, whether we're in an inflationary depression or a deflationary depression doesn't matter much as far as gold and silver are concerned. Either way, their purchasing power increases just as it has for hundreds of years in similar circumstances. For the future of the currency, deflation is vastly preferable to inflationary collapse because the dissolution of the currency results in pure and total chaos. This is why you should ignore the day-to-day gyrations of the precious metals markets and stick to your plan. Gold and silver are simply insurance policies that protect your wealth. This is Kerry Lutz, been another Triple Lutz Report, signing off. And don't forget, go to audiblepodcast.com/Lutz, audiblepodcast.com/Lutz. Sign up for your free book and free Audible trial. You'll love it, I promise. I couldn't live without it. Remember, go to our sponsor's site, audiblepodcast.com/Lutz. They've got over 100,000 audiobook titles. All the latest books generally you're going to find there. It's such a great thing. When you have a long car ride or you're working out at the gym, whatever, it's something that you'll really enjoy. I do. audiblepodcast.com/Lutz.